With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go here in New Orleans. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
And he's really had an up-and-down start to his NFL career, and he's always going to be viewed, fair or unfairly, through the lens of that blockbuster trade that Carolina made to acquire him with the first overall pick. So that's going to be the lens. C.J. Stroud wins Rookie of the Year, and Bryce Young has a disappointing rookie season. But then you look at last year, Mike, only a year later, the back half of the season, Bryce Young looked like the first overall pick in the draft. So if they get that version of Bryce Young now in year 3, this Carolina
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Ryan Brzee gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Young. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And he's very close to a first down, out of bounds right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Saints led out by the rookie, Tyler Shough. Interesting story. Oft injured in college, the 3rd quarterback drafted out of Louisville with pick 40. Greg, he is now the QB for New Orleans.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is. Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Shough. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. That's to the rookie from Arizona, Tedero McMillan. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
On first down is Young. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it'll lead to a second down. They'll run with Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Out of the shotgun, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Saints offense ready to take over for their second possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Shuck. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. On the ground, and here comes Neal. He's up the sideline to the 25. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. 17 yards on that play. It's good for a Saints first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A nice throw from the second-round pick. It'll get him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll run on first down with Neal. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Chuck to throw on second down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd down.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On first down, Shuck. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
It's one of those things that rookie quarterbacks just really struggle with early on in the NFL. If you just stare down your primary read, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. So continue to work through your progressions, take what's there, find the open receiver, and with more reps, this is something that you have to imagine he's going to really improve at.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now Shuck on third down. That one caught Devon Vele. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Young to throw on first and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a Carolina first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Panther first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Now Dowdle. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. Panthers football to begin this second quarter. Second down and 8 as we are ready to get back underway. On second down, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We're going to put a man in motion to the right. From the gun, it's Young. The throw here is complete. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Dowdle, and he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
A 24-yard attempt.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Panthers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On second down, it's Shuck. Now he'll air one out. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Javon Vele was the intended target. And it's going to be third down. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. He's got his man, that's Olave. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. First catch in this one for Olave. And it gives his guys a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Right back to Olave. He's got it again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, New Orleans.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll run with the former Golden Dome, Audric Estime. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
That's a gain of 1. Brings up 3rd and 9.
The slot man in motion right. From the gun on third down, shot. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5.
Gain of 26 yards.
It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
First down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Throwing is shot. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Christian Roseboom getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes, but now on 3rd and goal following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Chuck to the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will take a 6-3 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Throwing on second down, Young. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
To throw, Young. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Saints offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Chuck. That's deep for Olave. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. On the give, here's Estimate. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
This one complete right side. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Up the middle, it's Neal. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Third down and 9. From the gun, it's Chuck. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Really no hesitation on the part of the quarterback, Mike. I mean, he knew where that open receiver was going to be based on his pre-snap read. The defense did nothing to alter that picture, and that's a great play to start this drive.
Young to throw on first down. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Demario Davis getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We're back to New Orleans. After this, work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw is Young. He's got his man. That's Leggett. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
Carolina.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Over the middle, he locates McMillan. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. The Panthers will take their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime.
And the Panthers first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Young. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
A throw there, caught by Leggett. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Young. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. Young. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Carolina.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. The kick is good. Panthers open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll start out first down and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard.
28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The Saints offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start out with a run by Neal. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd down, and here is Shuck going up top. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Panthers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds. This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Young. In trouble, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Saints offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry for Neal. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Give them 14 on that play. One first down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Chuck to throw on 2nd down. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Into space at the 45. A gain of 15. Well done. Facing 3rd and 14, they pick it up.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Now he's just going to pitch this one forward. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. In his zone read, give it to Neal. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now Shuck on 3rd down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, New Orleans.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
but not before he gets to the Panthers' 6-yard line. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Back to the end zone. He's got it. Taysom Hill. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Not going for two, they'll kick the point after. It's up and through. And the Saints go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Moving left. Now he'll run it. And Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Up the middle they go. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. It's a Carolina first down.
Remember this one thing, it is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL, and I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game, more important than how many gross yards you run for? The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He'll get it inside the 20. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Panther first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
To the ground, a first down run. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
2nd down, they need 3. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
McMillan comes in motion. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On the move left.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up third and goal.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal. The motion man is Sanders. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the play off on third and short. Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for third and goal. Now Young. He'll try a dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. Looks like the Saints have come up with the football. They did.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
First down, and here's Neal. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 6-yard line.
They face second down and 7. So these two teams take a long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, they need 7. To the air is Shuck. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. You don't need much. It is third and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9 at the 14-yard line.
Here's second and 9. Throwing is Shuck. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and we'll bring up third down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on third down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains, and there's really two reasons. One, teams are a lot more willing to use fourth down, and two, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll run with Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable and just line up and snap it again.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up. On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Panthers make the lead 4. It is 17-13. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. the inside, this time with Neal. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Again, it's Neal. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with the conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on 3rd down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
And he's going to have the Saints first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
He'll check this down to the running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Out of the gun, they're going to run with Neal. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Moreau in motion. On the ground, and here comes Neal. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Right back to Neal. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Shuck. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Saints will punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Young. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, the man he was looking for there. Now it's going to be third down.
And we got a big third down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with a conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Saints offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is shut. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd down, Shuck. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. They'll drop to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the 1st down.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He'll step up and run, and he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Now Shuck. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here is 1st and goal. Chuck. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
That 1st and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation, I think is a huge win.
So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. Quick throw taken in. New Orleans' third and final timeout. We'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. In motion is Hill. Shuck gonna throw it on 3rd and goal. Taking up, and this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Bryce Young and the Panthers now down 20-17. Just over 20 seconds to play. How will this play out? We'll watch. They come up for first down. From the gun, it's Young. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
First down, Panthers.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's taken in by McMillan. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Carolina.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Young. His tight end Tremble over the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And now a timeout. We are under 10 seconds to go. From here, it's a long field goal. What are they going to do? So, a big kick coming here for Ryan Fitzgerald. This to force overtime. He banged this one, and he's got it. Gets it from long distance. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool, he's calm, he steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Here's first down.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. Going for it all. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So here we go. Big spot for the rookie. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So this one, a win for the Saints. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.